What's up, Denver Broncos family? Did you guys see what happened at Empower Field? Our defense absolutely destroyed the Titans. But hold up, there's something you don't know about this game, something that could completely change how you see this Broncos season. And I'm going to tell you everything here in this video, but first, if you missed this beating our defense put on, stick around because you won't believe what I'm about to tell you. The final score was 20-12 for the Broncos, but folks, that score doesn't tell even half the story of the beatdown our defense delivered on the Titans. It was a performance that left everyone's jaws on the floor, but there are details about this performance that you need to know right now. Look, Broncos Country, I'm going to be real straight with you. When I saw our defense taking the field for this season opener, I had that nervous feeling in my stomach. New season, high expectations, and everyone wondering if the Broncos' defense was going to be able to maintain the level we're used to. But man, what happened in that first game was way beyond what any of us could have imagined. The Titans came to Denver thinking they were going to give us trouble, that they were going to be able to move the ball against our defense. Cam Ward, their quarterback, must have left the locker room confident, looked at the field and thought it was going to be just another normal NFL Sunday. What a mistake, my family. What a huge mistake. Right from the first few minutes of the game, our defensive line showed what they came for. These guys started pressuring the Titans quarterback in a way I hadn't seen in a long time. It was hit after hit, constant pressure, and Cam Ward simply couldn't breathe in the pocket. On every snap, our defense was right there, glued on, not giving even an inch of space. And you know what's most incredible about this whole performance? It wasn't just one player who shined. It wasn't just one isolated play that decided the game. It was a defensive system working like a well-oiled machine. Every linebacker, every defensive back, every guy on the defensive line doing exactly what they had to do at the right moment. The stat that impressed me most? The Titans managed only 12 points against our defense. 12 points. For a team that came with pretensions of having a good season, managing only 12 points against any NFL defense is a total embarrassment. And for our Broncos defense, holding an offense to just 12 points in the season opener is a declaration of war to the rest of the league. But let me tell you what really happened in this game, because there's way more behind this score than you'd imagine. Our defense didn't just stop the Titans' offense. It literally broke their game rhythm. Every time those guys tried to put together a play, there was our defense to cut it off at the root. The defensive system our coordinator put together for this season is working in an absurd way. The movement of our linebackers, the coverage of our safeties, the constant pressure from our line, all of this created a nightmare for the Titans' offense. Cam Ward spent the entire game running everywhere, trying to escape the pressure, and when he managed to throw the ball, our defensive backs were there to intercept or at least break up the play. Now, Denver Broncos family, you want to know what moment moved me most in this game? It was when I saw our defense in the fourth quarter, with the game practically decided, but still playing with the same intensity as the first snap. This shows the character of this team, shows that these guys wear the Broncos jersey with pride and won't give anyone an easy time. The defensive rush our team made in this game was on another level. It wasn't just about stopping plays, it was about completely dominating their side of the field. The Titans tried to run, our defense closed all the gaps. They tried to pass, our secondary was glued to the receivers. They tried to improvise. Our linebackers anticipated every movement. And look, Broncos Country, there's something I need to tell you that maybe you didn't notice watching the game on TV. Our defense's communication was perfect. You could see the guys talking to each other all the time, adjusting positions, anticipating the Titans' plays. This doesn't happen overnight. This is work from weeks and weeks of practice, of chemistry between players. Our defensive line deserves special recognition for this performance. These guys didn't give even 1 second of rest to the Titans' offensive line. It was constant pressure. It was a hit on every snap. It was relentless pursuit of the opposing quarterback. And when the Titans tried to run the ball, our line was there to close all the holes. But You know what gets me most excited about this defensive performance? It's thinking about what's to come. If our defense already started the season playing at this level, imagine what they're going to do as they get more game rhythm, more chemistry. The Broncos' next opponents must be watching this game and already starting to worry. The way our defensive backs covered the Titans' receivers was something out of a movie. Every time Cam Ward tried to find a target to throw to, there was one of our guys glued to the receiver, not giving space for anything. And when the ball was thrown anyway, our secondary was ready to intercept or at least break up the play. Family, let me tell you something that's very important. This defensive performance wasn't luck. It wasn't a lucky day where everything went right by chance. It was the result of a lot of work, a lot of sweat, a lot of practice throughout the entire offseason. These guys prepared for months to reach this level, and it's paying off. What impresses me most is the versatility our defense showed in this game. The Titans tried several different formations, several different strategies to try to penetrate our defense, but our guys were prepared for everything. Formation change? Our defense adapted on the spot. Trick play? Our defense anticipated it. Outside run? Our defense closed the hole. Now, Broncos Country, you want to know what was the most impressive aspect of this defensive performance? It was the discipline. Our defense didn't fall for any Titans tricks, didn't bite on any fake plays, didn't commit silly penalties that could give new life to the opposing offense. It was a mature, intelligent, and extremely disciplined performance. The pressure our defensive line put on Cam Ward was something that will stay in my memory for a long time. The kid must have left the field with back pain from running so much. Every time he took the snap, he already knew he'd have only a few seconds to make a decision, because our line was coming like a hurricane. And did you notice how our defense completely shut down the Titans' running game? Those guys couldn't establish absolutely anything in the ground game. Every time they tried to run, there was our defense to close the hole before the running back could even gain speed. It was a demonstration of strength and technique that left everyone impressed. Our secondary's coverage in this game deserves a separate study. These guys were playing as if they knew exactly what play the Titans were going to call. It was perfect synchronization, incredible anticipation, impeccable technique. The Titans receivers spent the entire game trying to get free from coverage and simply couldn't. Denver Broncos family, there's a stat from this game I need to share with you because it shows exactly the level of our defense. The Titans managed very few yards per attempt. This means our defense wasn't just stopping plays. It was completely dominating the line of scrimmage. It was technical and physical superiority that was clear to anyone who watched the game. The blitz system our defense used in this game was spectacular to watch. It wasn't just pressure for pressure's sake. It was intelligent, coordinated pressure. That came at the right time and from the right place. Cam Ward spent the entire game not knowing where the next pressure was coming from, and that left him completely lost in the pocket. If you're true Broncos Country, subscribe to the channel now so you don't miss a single play, because the season is just starting and our defense promises much more beating ahead. Now, let me talk about what this performance means for the rest of the season. Our defense showed in this game that it's prepared to face any type of offense. Offense that likes to pass, our secondary's ready. Offense that prefers to run, our defensive line and linebackers will close all paths. Offense that likes to improvise, our defense has the discipline and intelligence not to fall for tricks. The way our linebackers moved in this game was something worthy of a highlight reel. These guys were everywhere at the same time, covering receivers, stopping runs, blitzing when necessary. It was a demonstration of athleticism and game intelligence that shows the level of our players. And did you notice how our defense managed to stay consistent throughout all 4 quarters? There wasn't that drop in performance that sometimes happens. At the end of the game, from first to last snap, our defense maintained the same level of intensity, the same aggressiveness, the same efficiency. This is a sign of high-level physical and mental preparation. The game reading our defense showed was impressive. It was as if these guys knew the Titans' playbook by heart. Every time the opponents tried a play, our defense was already positioned to neutralize it. This doesn't happen by chance. This is the result of a lot of study, a lot of video analysis, a lot of intelligence
Broncos
Country. You want to know what moment gave me the most chills in this game? It was when I saw our crowd at Empower Field celebrating every tackle, every sack, every defensive play as if it were a touchdown. This shows how our family recognizes and values the defense's work. It's not just about points on the scoreboard, it's about dominating the opponent, about imposing our game rhythm. The way our defense managed to neutralize the Titans' main offensive weapons was textbook. Those guys had their favorite receivers, their preferred schemes, their most successful plays, and our defense studied all of that and prepared specific antidotes for each situation. It was a demonstration of tactical preparation at the highest level. Our defensive line in this game wasn't just good, it was dominant. These guys completely controlled the line of scrimmage, didn't give even a centimeter of space for the Titans' offense to breathe. It was a hit on every snap. It was constant pressure. It was a demonstration of strength and technique that left everyone speechless. The coordination between all sectors of our defense was something that deserves special mention. There was nobody lost on the field, nobody out of position, nobody leaving gaps for the opponent to exploit. It was perfect collective work, where each player knew exactly what they had to do and when they had to do it. And look, family, there's something about this performance that makes me very optimistic for the rest of the season. Our defense showed it can adapt to any game situation. The Titans tried several different approaches during the game, and our defense responded to all of them with the same efficiency. This shows versatility and tactical intelligence that will be fundamental in the toughest games ahead. The discipline our defense showed in not committing unnecessary penalties was another impressive aspect. In a game where tension was high and emotions were running hot, our players kept their cool and didn't give any help to the opponent through silly penalties. This is championship team maturity, Broncos Country. Did you notice how our defense completely threw Cam Ward off his rhythm? The kid came to Denver confident, thinking he was going to be able to make his usual plays, but our defense completely changed his plans. It was a clear demonstration of how a well-prepared defense can neutralize even talented quarterbacks. The way our secondary covered the Titans receivers was something that will go into the season highlights. It was perfect coverage without giving space for absolutely anything. The receivers spent the entire game trying to get free from coverage and simply couldn't. Our secondary was playing at an all-pro level. What impresses me most is thinking that this is just the first week of the season. If our defense already started playing at this level, imagine what it's going to do when it's completely in sync, when all systems are operating at maximum efficiency. The Broncos' next opponents should be worried. Our defensive line deserves all the praise for this performance. These guys didn't give even 1 second of rest to the Titans' offensive line. It was constant, relentless pressure that left the opposing offense completely disorganized. Cam Ward spent more time running to escape pressure than actually trying to make plays. The game reading our linebackers showed was otherworldly. These guys anticipated practically all the Titans' plays, were always in the right position at the right time. It was a demonstration of preparation and game intelligence that shows why our defense is one of the most respected in the league. So, what's up, Denver Broncos family? What did you think of this beating our defense put on the Titans? It was an opener to remember, a clear message to the entire NFL that the Broncos came to fight for titles this season. Our defense showed it's prepared, it's focused, it's ready to dominate any opponent that comes its way. Comment below what moment impressed you most in this defensive performance. Hit that like if you enjoyed this analysis, share it with all your Denver Broncos family friends who need to see this, and stay tuned to the channel because the season is just starting, and there's much more exclusive content coming. Broncos Country. This defense promises much more ahead, and I'll be here to analyze every play, every tackle, every interception with you. Until the next video, and remember, We're a family. We're Denver Broncos.